Hello everyone, this is Bernice here at the Napping Mouse, and in today's video I want to show you how to create these rosettes here for Halloween. This is just a cute unconventional tag, let's say, that you can add to any of your treat. This is a glycine bag that I have. I've got a whole bunch of this here at the store, so that's for sale. But yeah, we're going to be making this, and we're going to be using two different things. A while ago, in one of my videos, I had showed you how to make a 5x7 card using the Cavallini the postcard, the vintage postcard. And I've had asked you to save these as scraps, to not throw them away and to save them as scraps, because we are going to make rosettes. And I did have another video that I did rosettes, but we're going to use, we're going to do it a little bit differently this time. Another method of you doing it. And then also we are going to use the deluxe collector's edition of Old Curiosity Shop. So I just think this is a really great one. It's more magical. It's more it's not as gory or scary as usual, you know, some Halloween decor could be. This is just more magical, more curious, a little bit scientific, you can say. But yeah, really cool stuff, and I'm really in love with this. And I'm going to be doing a lot of the Halloween boxes and treat bags in this collection right here, so we'll be using this one up. Okay, so you can see that I went to town with it. I mean, I did a whole bunch. Oh, I'm sorry, I should show you what's in this collection. Okay, so this deluxe collector's edition, excuse me, includes 2 of 12 double-sided 12x12 papers. It does include one of the chipboards that you can see. I've used it in some of my projects already. I do have a video that I did something with this, and it turned out really, really cute. And then it also comes with a sheet of sticker, which you can see I've also used from other projects. And then it comes with these 12x12. You've got your A and your B side right there. Yeah, I did use that for one of the rosettes. But yeah, it just has a lot of different colors, a different vibe going on. Here's the ephemera page. Yeah, we did this also in a video. So yeah, I'll be using this. This is the one that I've used in for this video right here. Really, really pretty, both sides. And yeah, so there's the other ephemera page right there, when pigs fly. And yeah, really cool. But we're going to be using, in this video, I'm going to be using the Mercurial Masterpiece. I hope I said that right. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let me set this aside over here. And the first thing that you're going to, oh, let me give you the supplies. I'm so sorry. So you'll need a pack of the deluxe collector's edition in Old Curiosity Shop. And then you'll need the 2x12 cardstock. These were the old ones that, or excuse me, the previous one that we used. You'll also need glue, regular glue like this, the liquid one, and also the hot glue gun. This is just going to be quicker to get those rosettes in place. You will need 24 inches of jute. I am using, I forgot the name of this, but anyways, you'll need you'll need one 24-inch that you'll cut in half into 12, so you'll need 2 12-inch pieces. And then some scrap paper over here, which you can see that from the 2x12s, I cut a whole bunch of this, and so we'll be using that as scrap paper right there. And then ink and a sponge. Okay, oh, and then the trimmer, the scoreboard, and that sort of stuff. Okay, so let me set this aside here. Yeah, once I started, it's kind of, I was having fun with it, so. But anyways, so the first thing that you're going to do is take your 2x12 over here, get your scoreboard out, and go ahead. You will be scoring at every 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so you start at the 4-inch or 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 and 1, 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1/2 inch, 3/4 and 2, and continue all the way until you get to the 12. Okay, then you're going to turn this piece to the 2x12 side and cut it in half. Okay, so this will be 1 inch right here. So I haven't, I'm not going to do this in this video right here because I have done it already, and this is what we're going to create. But I'll show you in the next piece what we're going to do. So from here, I cut on the bottom part 1 inches going down. So well, the 12-inch side here, I'd save that part right there. So yeah, and then from that piece, what I did was the same thing as the other one. So I got my bone folder. I already cut that part and I'll show you why, but you're going to score it 1/2 inch, or excuse me, 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 and 1, and you keep going, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4 and 2, and then you're going to keep going until you get to the 12-inch side. When you get to the very end, you are going to cut a piece of the 1/4 here. Okay, and I'll show you in a bit why, but let me set all this aside. Okay. All right, so you'll go ahead and cut it and then fold it back and forth like in an accordion style. And what I do is I just take my fingernail, I find the fold, I push it up with my backhand like that, find the fold, and then just pinch it so I can get like that crisp edge right there. And that would be important so that when you close the, when you go to close the rosette, it will have like this nice round, you know, sharp edges right there, or crisp edges. I'm sorry, not, I won't be so sharp. Okay, but continue doing that until you get to the very end. Now you can see it's not as perfect and straight, but that's okay. Once you round it out and close it, you won't be able to tell. So yeah, there we go. Okay, almost to the end. And all right, awesome. Okay, so then you will take right, so this piece right here, which is kind of sticking out like that, you're going to add some white or liquid glue, excuse me. All right, let's go. Come on. Watch I get too much out. I don't want to get too much out. All right, come on. I've been crafting all day, and so I've been using a ton of my glue. Let me get my X-Acto knife here. I just took a little break here. Okay, perfect. Okay, is it good? Yep, coming out. Okay, awesome. All right, so just take a thin strip here of the liquid glue, and then go ahead and put connect the other piece together like that, and then make sure that you take all the excess glue out off of here. This particular glue dries fast. This is the Scotch. You can see I use it and I always talk about it, but the Scotch permanent tacky glue, and it does dry really, really fast when it's paper on paper. When it is like fabric on paper or metal on paper, it's going to take a little bit longer, but yeah, you'll like it. And I do have some of that on my online store too, if you're interested in getting some. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is pretty much shape it to make sure, and at this point I decide what side I want to have it. Will I want it on the A side or on the B side? I mean, they both look great. Because I decided that I wanted this here for the background, I'm going to actually do it on this side, and I think it'll go really well. So the next thing that you're going to do is take that scrap paper and go ahead and add some hot glue gun to it. Be very careful. When this is hot, it hurts. All right, so then fold it in like that and hold it in place for just a little bit until it dries, and it doesn't take long to dry. Okay, there we go. Let's see, is that dry? Awesome. And when you close it, when you push it down, make sure that this is pretty much even. The what do they call it, mountains and valleys, make sure that it's pretty much even over here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is let that dry a little bit. I want it to stay just a little flat. I'm going to go get a chipboard and let me see see which one I'm going to choose. I think I'm just going to do the button again like this because I really like the button. I mean, they've got some other stuff. Old Curiosity would be cool too. Like that. But I don't know. I'm still going to go for the button. Keep it simple. Okay, so I'm taking a button here from the chipboard, setting that aside. And you see that when you take these chipboard out, it kind of sticks out from where it connected to the main PR board right there. And so what I do is just take my fingernails and I scratch it down or kind of push it down a little bit. I don't worry about it ripping or tearing. I always like to have that grunge look anyway, so that distressed look, excuse me. So yeah, there we go. Now we're going to take our inker and our Dauber. The one I'm using is from VersaColor, and this is in 154 bark, and I use this quite a lot when I'm doing any kind of distressing or just inking the edges. So yeah, just ink that edge all the way around. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to do so. And also hit that like button if you do like what you see, and also if you want to be notified of any of future projects, because I'm really working on a lot, and so I'm trying to get, you know, we've got Halloween, we've got Thanksgiving coming up, and then we've got Christmas. So yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff to do, and pretty much since we're quarantined, we've got a lot of time also. Okay, so now I'm going to take my X-Acto knife here and poke these holes, being very careful not to poke myself. Poke these little holes out because I am going to I'm going to run through or thread through a jute here. So where'd my jute go? Okay, here's my jute, and for this is 12 inches right here. So what I'm going to do is fold it in half, and then I will cut it in the middle. Let me get my scissors here. Okay, then I'm going to take this, making sure the edges are even here. I am going to thread it through. So I will start from the front, going to the back, and then to the other hole, back to the front. And all I'm going to do is tie this. If you wanted to add a dab of glue here so it can stay, that's totally up to you. Depending on how tight you tie it, you're not going to need it. But let's go ahead and tie it, and all I'm doing is tying it in a knot. So there's one, and then there's two, and then I'm going to go ahead and trim this out. You know what? I guess if you use like black jute, it could kind of look like a spider, and that would be really interesting too. That would be curious, wouldn't it? Okay, so now what we're going to do is take our hot glue gun again, and I'm going to put it around here in the back side of the button, and then put it right on top and just have that centered. Hold it down. Since the chipboard is pretty thick, you're not really going to feel the heat of the hot glue gun, so this part is pretty safe. And I like to spread out the jute itself. And now what we're going to do is take the hot glue gun again and put glue around here. Notice that I try to put it around here and not so much in the middle of the hole so it can stay. And look at that. Oh, cool. I like it. You know what? And I didn't do it with any of these projects, but if you want to, you can actually ink the edges over here and even the top. Let's see how that's going to look. I think it's going to look really cool. And let me get where's my Dauber? Yes, look at that. So it adds a lot of depth and character to it. So yeah, I like it. That totally looks really, really nice. So even though I decided last minute, it still worked out. Awesome. Okay, look at that. I'm liking it. That looks really, really cool. Gives it a nice added depth to it without you really, like, people are like, oh wow, look, I like what you did there. Like, oh yeah, no big deal. Okay, there is that part. And then the last thing that you're going to do is take your second piece of scrap paper over here, flip this over, make sure you get all this, what is it, spider web from the hot glue. Go ahead and put that in the middle, and then you're going to put this on top. And if you wanted to add a name back here, you can. If you wanted, or just leave it alone, you can. You can actually write the person's name down here, or just say Happy Halloween, or however you want it. All right, that's that right there. I like to tie off the end because first of all, this jute tends to unravel, and secondly, I like that polished look like that. Oh, that went a little bit too. Anyways, I just like that polished look. For some reason, it's kind of nautical to me. But yeah, here we go. And the last thing that we need to do is get our treats. If I haven't mentioned treats, yes, you will need treats, of course. And get one of the glycine bags over here. Put your treats inside. You don't have to put much in. This is pretty tall that you can fill it a little higher, or if you want to use like some kind of, I don't know, the sticks or longer lollipops, or kind of like those old-fashioned candies. Thinking of the ones that's a straw that's got powder in it. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking. Okay, and then go ahead and tie it in the back here. Just being careful. When you tie, you see how it tends to untie itself. The trick to holding this in place without putting your finger is tie it how you want it and then turn it. Tie it how tight you want it and then turn it, okay? Then pretty much this will stay. And I just tie it in a knot right there. I think that looks kind of cool. Let's put that to the front over here. Yeah, this one I tied it in a little bow just to give it that complete, you know, cutesy. But yeah, all right, folks, that is it. Let me know what you think. And here's the rest of the ones that I did. Also, if you want to see other types of videos, or if you have any questions or comment, I would love to hear what you think of this particular one. So yeah, there you go. That is it. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.